What are we talking about today, Julie?
Well, this is you know what? I want to talk about something today that is very niche, I guess. Like
Okay.
it may not apply to all of our listeners, and if it doesn't, then you know what? Lucky you.
Oh,
Because first of all, I guess we should announce that I'm moving.
yes. Oh,
I know you're sad. I'm
Julie's
excited.
PCSing.
I am PCSing. We are moving from Cape May, New Jersey to
Mm-hmm.
North Bend, Oregon.
That's a big move.
It's a huge move. And if you had told me 10 years ago that I had to go to North Bend, Oregon, I would have been like crying. Please do not send me there.
It's beautiful there.
Yes, it is gorgeous. We are excited. I am excited. There's so much to do there. So much new stuff for us to see and explore. And I'm excited. A lot of camping, a lot of hiking. So we're very excited. With that, though, comes new, I guess, responsibilities for my husband, who has been tasked as his new job is the XO of the air station in North Bend.
Yes.
Super excited, super proud of him. But apparently, there are some people who tend to think that that means that I have new responsibilities
I don't know
as
who would say
an
that.
XO spouse.
Who would say that?
Certain command people, certain people who are, I don't know, higher ups, may think that because all of a sudden my husband is now, I guess, part of command, although he'll still say adamantly he is not part of command, that he's still pre-command. I'm like, no, 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 no.
That's funny.
You're in command or part of the command. So now, all of a sudden, I guess this expectation of whatever this like I don't even know. Like I'm so flabbergasted that in this day and age that wives are still expected to behave and act a certain way because of our husband's job.
I don't think you do.
I
I
don't
think
think
this
so
comes back
either.
to our very first podcast of spouses don't wear rank.
Yes.
And I think is a whatever ranking spouse you are not supposed to wear your spouse's rank.
Exactly.
And so I think if you just go there as Julie, it doesn't matter who you are or who your husband is or what responsibilities other people think you have or don't have, because those responsibilities are self-elected.
Yeah.
And if you choose not to self-elect for any responsibility, then that's it. So be it. You've not done
And
that.
that's how I'm playing it.
Good.
My thoughts though are I guess what I want to talk about is how I kind of want to be like, how dare someone think that as a spouse,
Mm-hmm.
and this will apply to everybody, that as a spouse, married to a Coast Guard person, member, whatever we call
Mm-hmm.
them, our coasties, that all of a sudden that means that we took an oath too, and that we have to follow certain things when, like, or that command has any right to tell us how we should act.
I don't think they do, and I don't think they should.
I agree, but like my point is like you and I both feel that way.
Right.
It's the arrogance of anyone who dares to think
Mm-hmm.
that they have any right to say you can't act like that. Or
Okay.
these are these expectations. Like, are you kidding me?
I think if you are a burlesque dancer and that's like your gig, that's what you're known for. This is what you love to do. This is your passion. You burlesque it hardcore, and way to go
Yeah.
you. I don't think it matters if you are the spouse of a new recruit or if you are the captain's spouse. I think burlesque is you, and you are burlesque, and that's cool as F,
You should do it.
and do your thing.
And if
There's
you
no
can't make
like
it to some function with some higher up to show off for your spouse, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think we are not the arm candy of our enlisted member.
No. And what about the male spouses? Are they expected to behave a certain way?
Yeah, right? Like, should they be shirtless in bow ties, like serving platters of things? No.
Are they expected to dress nice and to go and smile and shake hands
No.
and be there for their spouse? Or if you're like, oh, I'm sorry, he's working, that's a viable reason to miss stuff?
I think that whoever told you that there was a specific role that you needed to fill that was anything more than, hey, high five and support your husband, they were out of line by telling you that, because we do not wear our spouse's rank.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just something that
just rubbed you the wrong
way. Oh my
way.
God, it just has rubbed me the wrong way. It's just the arrogance of people in this, people who think they have any authority to say, you know, like, your spouse can't do this when they're an exos, as an exo spouse. I can do whatever I want. I didn't join.
Yeah, no.
We'll probably delete this episode.
No, we won't. I think this is important. I think this is like a full circle moment for us to come right back to,
yeah,
I don't wear rank.
But it's crazy to me that we know, like, as spouses, and I was even reading through some comments on an Instagram post that someone had posted about, they were kind of making fun of the spouses who do wear rank, who, like, are showing it, right?
Right.
And a lot of the comments were like, oh my gosh, I cannot stand people that do that. I cannot stand, you know, like, wearing rank. I cannot stand when they're like, you know, I don't care if you do this. I don't care if you like, all the things.
Right.
And so I'm like, if all the spouses get it.
Yes, we all do.
Then why cannot upper level people get it too?
I think they do.
Why is it still a thing?
I've never heard about this with any other command. And you and I have both known some higher up people.
Yes. Never
have we heard.
I've never heard that there's an expectation from any spouse.
Right.
From anywhere else I've been.
Right. No, exactly.
And so, yeah, some people may say that this is throwing people under the bus, but
I think it needs to be called out. I think anybody who is perpetuating a negative image for military spouses should be like, hey, verbally slapped on the wrist.
Because so in the past, I've known CO spouses and EXO spouses, a lot of them. And I've known some to be completely involved in everything and be amazing, right? Mm-hmm. I've known some who I may have only seen them at, like, certain functions because they have other things that they are doing, like working or doing something else.
Right.
Or I've seen some who don't want to be involved at all. Mm-hmm. And all of those things are fine in that position. I have met a vice commandant. I think he was the vice commandant. He was way up there. And I've met his wife, who was the sweetest person. She was the most sweetest she wasn't even a little old lady. She was like this little tiny woman who I just wanted to put in my pocket and carry around because she was so adorable and cute. And she was very introverted, and she rarely went with her husband to do any of these functions.
Of course.
Because she didn't feel comfortable doing it.
But also, her spouse probably did not expect her to do it. Right? And I think that's probably the norm literally everywhere else.
Yes. And I think if you know your spouse, you should know the expectations that you should know what to expect from them as a spouse, as a Coast Guard spouse or as a military spouse.
Sure.
And you shouldn't expect more than that.
Nope, totally agree. I think when you guys move to Portland, not Portland,
God, no, not Portland. I would be crying if we were moving to Portland.
To Oregon, I think that whatever role you want to fill or whoever you want to be is who you are. And there's no expectation on you because you are just the next person there.
Right.
I would say John has an expectation on him,
Yes.
obviously, because he has bullet points of things he needs to accomplish, do, and command while he's there.
Yeah.
But you don't, because
No.
you don't work there.
I don't work there. I don't ever have to go to a single thing if I
right.
choose not to.
And chances are you guys are going to be living like an hour away because it's the West Coast and it's impossible to find housing, or I say housing, but I mean...
we're looking closer than that.
Well, that's lucky.
Yeah. I mean...
We've lived an hour away at most of our major locations.
And see, we never have.
Yeah.
The furthest I think we've lived away is like 15 minutes away.
That's hilarious and adorable for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm bragging a little.
Yeah, when we lived in Southern California, we lived an hour away. When Mike was stationed at headquarters in Washington, D.C., we lived an hour away.
Yeah.
And that
sucks.
That's how it is.
And I know a lot of people that do that, and that sucks.
Yeah,
that's hard.
At some point, you have to look at your graph of how big of a house do I want and how close to work do I want to be.
Yeah.
And so we always wanted a larger house that was more affordable,
right?
And so that put us an hour away.
Well, and for us, we can move further away, and it would be like a 30-minute commute.
That's not bad.
But John's like, that's an hour of my day.
That's hilarious and adorable for you guys.
I know. And I'm like, well, but it's also like the town is not, it's a smaller town. For me, it's all about what I can get to quickly.
Sure.
If I have to drive 30 minutes for a grocery store every single time I need to go, that ain't happening. And I have gradually, kind of stepped away from having to be, right there. Because in Jacksonville, I was 5 minutes away. I could be at a Publix, a Target, a McDonald's, a Chick-fil-A,
you
a
are so funny.
I was spoiled.
Yeah.
I was 5 minutes away from
Yeah.
a Wawa, every Wendy's, you name it, Papa John's,
That's
we were
cute.
right there.
That's
5
adorable.
minutes. And then we moved here.
Yeah.
And we are not.
Yeah.
So I am getting used to having to drive to go do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, before anywhere I've been, I could be at Panera in 10 minutes.
Panera.
It's now it's I think the closest Panera is an hour away.
It is. There isn't even a Target.
No,
within 45
Target's
minutes.
up 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So, which has really saved us a lot of money.
Same with Chick-fil-A. There's no Chick-fil-A down here. That's 40 minutes away.
Yeah, which we'll be going to tomorrow morning.
That's nice. Oh my gosh, I think we're going tomorrow afternoon. That's funny. We have... No, not tomorrow.
I was about to say, not tomorrow afternoon, chick.
Yeah, no, tomorrow afternoon.
You'll be home in time to go to dinner.
Oh, of course we will. Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow is Julie's birthday, so we have dinner plans. No, tomorrow we're doing a room escape with the kids.
Okay.
But we'll be home long in time.
Okay. Yeah. So, but yeah, so there's going to be expectations to get back, but he has those expectations. I don't. And I'm starting a job tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, is it tomorrow?
No, sorry. Monday.
Monday. Yeah.
I started a job Monday. So I'm going to be busier than I have been in the past. I can't just John's like, oh, I forgot my phones. Then you got to come home and get them.
I'm going to say I'm surprised you're still starting the job knowing that you have packing and PCSing and moving. And I mean, across the country moves are much different than just up a coast.
I am kind of surprised too, but I think if I were to... Going back to our episode of introducing ourselves.
Sure.
And really,
I see where you're going with
out,
this.
I've kind of lost myself a little bit.
Yeah, this is good. You're prioritizing
yourself. This is
yourself.
kind of helping me get back to who I was. Because I'm going back to a job I did before.
Right.
But I'm doing it remotely. And I love the job.
Right.
And so I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it also is nice to be knowing that I'll be contributing again.
Mm-hmm.
And not feeling like whenever I want to buy something, be like, John, is it okay if I buy this?
Right.
Not that he cares. He's always like, stop asking me that. He's like, you can buy whatever you want. But I still feel a little bit like it's not my money.
No, I get it.
So being able to contribute is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And also going and moving to where we're moving, there's not a lot to do.
Nope.
And I ain't sitting around home just like, twiddling my fingers, not doing anything, because it's going to be even more remote than here.
Yes.
So I'm kind of like, it gives me something to do,
Uh-huh.
and it's something I enjoy. And I don't know, I can do this for however long. Maybe it's only 2 weeks. Maybe it's, 10 years. Who knows?
So I get why not postponing. Because at first I was like, well, why don't you just postpone your training date? Because I'm sure they have waves of training.
They do. This is probably their first wave. This one's got about 100 people in it.
Okay.
And I probably could have, but...
But then you're coming up with a reason to postpone your career, your job aspect, So I get that, because we as military spouses do fill the role of home support.
Yeah.
We are not necessarily the providers in many cases, because we are fully supporting the home and the household and the kids and the working spouse. That's tough.
Yeah.
So I get it. Every time we have an opportunity to promote ourselves, we tend to say, no, we don't need to do that right now.
It's not the right time.
Yeah, it's PCS, it's summer, it's kids, it's my spouse is taking a month off, we want to go travel, and it's never like our turn.
Yeah.
So I totally get it.
Plus, and John and I have discussed, like, I want to help, I want to pull certain bills, and I'm like, I want to pay this bill.
Right.
And I want to pay this bill. And I want to pay this. Like, I have certain bills that I'm going to start covering.
Fantastic.
So it's not just me making money and not seeing where it goes. I know exactly what I'm paying for. So every day I go to work, I know exactly what I'm working for.
I love that.
So.
All very healthy. What? She's pointing at something.
I'm outside.
Oh, yes. Yes, yeah. Julie got a new Bronco. She traded in her old Bronco and got a new one.
That is just mine.
That's the best.
Yes. So.
And it is beautiful. It's a beautiful red one.
She's really beautiful. I love her.
Robin, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But that's why I haven't postponed.
No, I get it. That makes sense.
So part of me is like, oh, I could have waited, but... And, like, my time frame, the times, like, training, I have 6 weeks of training.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot miss any of that. And then my time starts, and I have, like, my hours set.
Right.
And I was able to get pretty good hours for here.
I'd say, yeah.
But when I move, they become excellent hours.
Sure.
And I'm done by the afternoon. So I'll have my evenings and my weekends off. So
that is fantastic.
That's another reason I kind of did not want to postpone, is I did not know if I would get my hours back.
No, I don't blame you. That is a very good shift.
Yeah.
Well, you have a lot going on.
I have a lot, and I feel like I have hijacked this whole episode.
No, I don't have much to talk about, so it's totally good. You guys are leaving by May 1st, aren't you?
Sometime in May. It's going to be in May.
Crazy. That's basically May. Tomorrow. It's going to be May.
Yes. It's going to be here before we know it. And I've already got boxes. We'll start packing a box here and there.
Yeah.
And the boys are excited. They're already like, can we pack boxes? Can we start packing up?
Hell yes, you can.
And
Here's some tape.
Here's some tape. Here's a box. Go for it. So...
No, it's good. And your kids are old enough now to be productive movers.
Yes, they can definitely help. And I have one that, man, he's on top of it. That kid's more organized than I am.
That's funny.
He cleaned the kitchen for my birthday, and he did a better job than I do.
That's perfect. What an excellent birthday gift.
Yes. I was like, that's my favorite present. He's like, ever? I'm like, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, ever. So, but yes.
Well, that's just about the end of our time. Look at how fast that went by.
I know. But
that's
it
crazy.
Feels like this is like a mismatch of a lot of different things.
Well, I think it's I think it's a good, I mean, I feel like we haven't recorded in a while, so I think it's
Yeah.
a good summary of everything that just happened to you
Maybe we
just
call
now.
this one coffee time.
Venting by
Yeah.
Julie.
It's a hood vent episode. It's a hood vent episode.
Well, join us next time when we discuss another topic that is just burning in our souls. But I don't even
Yes.
know what that is just yet, but we'll
Not yet.
figure it out.
I know we do have to talk about Coast Guard cities, though, don't we?
I think we do. Well, see, this is another one of those pets episodes where I'm like, are we really going to figure out 20 minutes of Coast Guard City talk?
I don't know if we will or not.
I don't know either. We'll see.
But we did with pets.
That is true. That is true. All right. Join us next time. Thanks for listening. Hey, thanks for taking a moment with us, the Mommandants. You can find us on our website at mommandantsmoments.com.
We also have social media, so you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest, all with Mommandants Moments.